This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Stealth Ops Gomez. Now as you can see, we have something very unique here, so before I crack this thing open, I want to take a closer look at this packaging. Alright guys, so I want to take a closer look at this Stealth Ops Gomez packaging because this is very different than we would normally get, and sometimes Mezco throws us some really cool packaging, and this is definitely one of them. So this is a straight up tin lunchbox, which is pretty cool. So we have the Stealth Gomez name like that, we have the Mezco exclusive sticker right there, and we got these bullet holes all throughout the lunchbox. We got a really cool image of Stealth Gomez like that with a sniper rifle in his boombox, you know, perched at the top of a building. I'm assuming he just sniped somebody. Really cool comic book image like that. And this whole thing is just littered with like comic book panels. You got the little 8-bit hearts right there. I think that's really cool. To the back of here, these are really cool images here. We got this like Samurai Gomez. We see that. That's really cool. I noticed with the comic book Gomez that came out earlier this year, I believe, there was like an actual figure done in like this like Shogun like samurai garb like that. That was really cool. So I'm assuming we still might get that. And then this is really cool too. There's his Gomez, but he's like Ultraman. He's even doing the pose with the blast, and that is just wild, dude. I'm assuming that's one of the artists or creators from Mezco. I'm not sure, but that's really cool in the little boombox like that with a little angry face, little cute angry face. I think it's super awesome. Again, you got the more Agent Gomez like that, tackling some dude, running, snapping his neck. That's really crazy, man. You got the emblem up here, so this is really cool. So you got the handle up here. We got the actual clasps, so you can unclasp those. You can lift this up. And then you can see how everything is stored in there. We have all these little clamshells. You can pull out, see the figures actually up here inside the top. And then you can pull these little panels out. Then you see all his different things in there, and you just stacks and stacks of stuff, which is really crazy, really different packaging again from what we've normally see with Mezco. And this is just really cool, and that's just really tricky to get back on there. So let me see if I could do that. Kind of get that on there. Yeah, it's going to be pretty tricky to close up, but I'll figure it out. But anyways, that's still pretty awesome, and again, very, very unique. And here's Stealth Ops Gomez out of the box. And man, I'm not gonna lie, I was not really excited about this piece at all. But when I cracked him open and checked him out, he is a blast and a really fun action figure. As usual, Mezco kills it with Gomez, and he is a fantastic piece that you will absolutely love to add to your shelf. But before we take a closer look at the actual figure, let's take a closer look at his accessories. So Stealth Ops Gomez does come with a ton of accessories. Starting off, he comes with an assault rifle, a sniper rifle, a submachine gun, 3 pistols, all with extra magazines, a bow, a quiver of arrows, 2 single arrows, a sword with a sheath, a grapple hook, a pack of C4, a trigger for the C4, a knife, 2 grenades, and 3 bullet effect pieces. Next up, we get a tote bag, a boombox with 2 foam inserts, 3 interchangeable head sculpts, a scarf, a backpack, 2 suction cups, a wristwatch, a mini poster, a pack of stickers, and a hoverboard. And lastly, we get 14 interchangeable hands and a circular base stand with the Mezco logo printed at the top. We also get a clear articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with a clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Stealth Ops Gomez. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Stealth Ops Gomez. Now this is a very interesting figure, and in full honesty, I like the Gomez character quite a bit. He makes for a fun action figure, but when I saw this release, I was like, it's kind of a stretch. You know, they're pretty much just mixing and mashing parts to put this guy together, and they're giving him a bunch of different weapons that we've seen from other figures, and I was like, I'm still gonna get it because I like the Gomez character, but I wasn't too excited about him. But now having him in hand, he's freaking fantastic. I have so much fun every time I get a new Gomez, just because of the coolness factor and how much they come with, and this Stealth Gomez is just no exception. He's so much fun. And that's one of my big key things when I get a new action figure, is how fun it is, and this guy is a blast. So first thing I want to talk about, the vest. You know, I did say this figure is an amalgamation of just a bunch of different parts and things from previous figures. That vest actually is the same vest that we saw with the Netflix Punisher. The exact same thing, just painted differently. You can see how the straps and everything are, and the buckles and the pouches are all the exact same thing, just painted with this flat, mixed with this gloss black, instead of the actual Punisher logo. So that's exactly what that is. And again, that's going to be a big thing throughout this entire figure review. Again, it's just all the same thing we've seen before, just put together as a Gomez, and it works. I really, really like it. Everything else about this looks really cool. Again, fairly simple, nice long sleeves. We got the knife right there, his side armor here on a little pouch. The back looks really good. Some cargo pants like this work really, really good. Some nice combat boots. Love the detail on the combat boots again with that flat black mixed with that like polished black. Looks really good. You can see the magnets under the feet. That's for the skateboard. I'll show you a little later. But everything else about this looks really good. It's mostly just black, and that's how it's supposed to be. It looks really, really cool. So the head sculpts look fantastic as usual. I love the Gomez head sculpts. We get the standard one in this time in all black, which looks really cool. I love how that turned out, and the all black looks really, really good. We also get that more realistic one, but this time done in the white. I think that looks killer with a dark wash in there. Just looks so cool. And I love how even the lower jaw is, and the whole like mandibles are all done in black. I just think that looks so freaking rad. That came out killer. Then we have more of the a little more realistic like cockroach one, which done in like a faded gray black blend, looks really cool, and the eyes just look fantastic. All these heads yet again look really cool. The one thing I will say, he doesn't come with the skull head, and I really like that skull head. I wish he would have came with that. I think that would have been awesome. Maybe in like a straight up white skull would have been really cool. Or maybe just a gray skull, that would have been really cool. But that's the one thing in my opinion I feel like this box set is missing, but still this all looks really, really cool, and again, a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to kind of blast through his accessories fairly quickly, because these are all things that we've seen before, just with different figures. So first and foremost, the stand, really nice. We got the Gomez logo right there, looks really cool. I love that with a clear articulated arm. We get all kinds of different hands, you know, open palm hands, gripping hands. We even get a nice hand for like holding his grenades with a nice white grip. We got, oh my gosh, just all kinds of different things. We've got a lot of people's favorite hand is the one where it's flipping the bird. I know everyone loves that. It's a very popular hand with pictures in my group and things like that. So yeah, there's that. We also do again get those grenades that we've seen before. We've seen these numerous times, done in black with that like white skull painted on there. So that's really cool. Love that a lot. We also get that little mini pistol thing that I like to call the Noisy Cricket, because that's exactly what it reminds me of from the Men in Black. Just this tiny little gun that probably does a lot of damage. So that's pretty cool. We get another pistol right here. Besides the one that's on his hip, we got this one with like an ivory white handle. That's pretty cool. Cocks back and all that, with the removable magazines. And that's the cool thing about this. All the guns come with spare magazines because they could all be removed. We got this rifle right here, which is really nice. This is the one I believe came with Deathstroke, I think, if I'm correct. Again, removable magazine. You can see the bullet in there. These all look killer. I love the way these turned out. We get this really cool little submachine gun. I love this one a lot. I think this one came with blade. I want to say that one came with blades, so that looks really cool. This is actually one of my favorite guns that they've ever given us. I really dig this thing, and again, removable magazine, which is always cool. I love how they do that. We also got a bow and arrow, which is really cool. I love the fact that he comes with a bow and arrow. I think that's really fun and as a fun extra. Done in this black with this nice silver wash, an actual bendy string, so you can actually pull that back, which is really cool. I believe that's the same that we saw with Green Arrow way back when, so that's really nice. We also do get this bundle of arrows, which is really cool, so you can actually slide that into his backpack that we get here. Again, I love this little backpack we get here. It does have a foam insert in there, so you can just take that foam out and then slide these in there, and then you can have a place to put all those extra arrows. We also do get a couple single arrows, so you got a standard one right there, and then you got one that's more like an explosive tip, so I think that's really cool. Again, just so much stuff, man. It's pretty crazy. We also do get his sword. I love the sword that's specific to him, with this like nylon strap and the buckle that actually works. I love the hand, or excuse me, the scabbard here with the flat and polished black. Pull that out, you got a nice black blade. I think it's super killer. That is actually one of my favorite accessories. I just think it's a very unique weapon. It's a very unique looking sword. For Gomez, so that really stands out for me. We also do get a little pouch of like C4, ready to blow some stuff up. That's pretty cool. And then we do get a detonator, trigger detonator like that, so that's pretty cool. So you'll see this stuff in some pictures later on. I tried to take as many pictures as I could with as many accessories as I could, because there's just so freaking much. We got the bullet effect pieces. We've seen all these before. You got the single one like that. You got the more stronger bursts like that for like shotguns and things like so. Then you got this one with the 3 bullets coming off like for like machine guns. I think that's killer. I love the fact that he came with all 3 of those effects. One thing that's really cool, we got this grapple hook. That came out with the Dark Knight Returns Batman, their very first figure. I don't think we've seen this accessory since then. That's pretty cool, and it has the actual string, so that you know, for him, for climbing buildings and things like that, rappelling or whatever it is he does. So that's really cool that we actually got that. I think that's a lot of fun. We also do got the suction cups. We've seen these before with Diabolic. These are really cool for like climbing buildings and things like that, and climbing, sucking onto windows and sneaking around, all that kind of cool stuff. We got the little mini Gomez poster, which we've seen that numerous times. And again, I wish they would include version specific little mini posters like this, because this is all the Agent Gomez. You know, the Street Gomez, I wish would have had a picture of Street Gomez. I wish there would have been a poster with the Stealth Ops Gomez. I think that would have been cool, instead of getting the exact same one with every figure. We also do get this little sticker sheet for things like his hoverboard, which I'll show you in a second. But we've seen, again, all these things before, Area 51, all that kind of stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Again, his hoverboard looks really cool, and I like this one specifically because this is just straight up black, and I love how this top right here is a very flat back black, and it feels really cool. It almost feels like an actual deck. It's really interesting texture. And look at the bottom of that, we got the flat back black again. Oh my god, I'm totally messing that up. Flat black with the polished black. And that looks super cool, dude. I love how that looks. And you can take the figure with those magnets on the bottom of the feet, and it holds onto there just like so. So you can get him hovering around and doing all kinds of stuff. That's one of the coolest accessories I think ever. And they give Gomez the coolest stuff, man. That's super rad. We also got the scarf. Again, we've seen this scarf before on a bendy wire. You could wrap it around and do all kinds of crazy things. This is one thing that I wish they would have gave us, maybe a black version. I think that would have been cool, instead of giving us the same red scarf that we've seen like 4 or 5 times now. So yeah, I wish this would have came in black. I think that would have been way cooler and way more unique for this particular version of Gomez. We also do get a tote bag here. Huge tote bag. I think we've seen this with Punisher before. This is really nice. It's almost leather-like material with a real working chain and a strap. All this can open up, and you can pack a ton of weapons in there. Almost all of his accessories, a good majority of them can fit in this big tote. That's really cool. Kind of throw it over his shoulder. I think that's super awesome that he comes up with something like that. And then we do get his boombox. And now I love the boombox. because, you know, we've seen this before. You have the one that came with like the Agent Gomez, you have the one that came with the Street Gomez, and now you have the one with the Stealth Ops Gomez. So we got all these different versions of the boombox, which is really cool. And I just love having these on display because I think they're really cool accessories. And you can, again, working handle, you can open this up. And then I do have his sniper rifle all dismantled in there, already with the different foam inserts that we get. We get 2 foam inserts for different configurations that you could do. I like this one because it stores this whole sniper rifle in there, so that works out really killer. You can lock that up, and then there you go. I think that's super awesome. And I just love that accessory. Again, Gomez comes with such unique accessories. I think it's super awesome. And then we get a bunch of different, like I said, extra magazines for all his different guns and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And what I really do like about the backpack, it is one, let me see, where did it go? I just completely lost it. Anyways, here it is. You can actually open up this Velcro strap right here. Let me close this. And then you can actually store the skateboard, or the hoverboard on that like that, so you can carry his hoverboard on his backpack like that. I think it's super cool and super unique, and I think we actually covered all of the accessories. There's so freaking much, but damn, they're all so cool. Alright, now let's run down his articulation, because the Gomez figures tend to have the best articulation, not gonna lie. So the head is on a ball joint along with the neck, so that rolls all the way around, does turn left and right, up, looks that far, that's really good, down that much, pivot side to side. And this one, the antennas are on ball pegs, so those can be moved around all you like. Same thing with the white head, the antennas can be moved around on that a little bit, not as much as these ones tend to move around the best. Arms go all the way up and out, up that far, very, very nice. A butterfly joint in there, rotation at the, let me see, rotation at that ball peg here. We got double jointed elbows. We got rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection here. It is hindered by the vest. Since this vest is fairly tight on him, you can get it to move, swivel, pivot, crunch back and forth a tiny bit, but it's not going to move as much as you'd probably like because of that vest. Hip joints can kick forward that far, back about that much, splits about that far, rotation in the upper thigh. We got double jointed knees to kick himself in his own butt. We got rotation at the boot. Ankles are on ball pegs, go up, down, side to side, and a decent ankle rocker. Wish the ankle rocker was a little better, but it's not terrible. So overall, I freaking love this thing, man. I think it's so cool. It's so just fun, dude. That's really what it comes down to. Again, I wasn't super excited when I first saw this. I was just like, wow, they're kind of like just half-assing it. But you know what? They gave us so much and so many different display options, and God, he's so freaking cool, dude. That's all I can say. He is just a very cool character, a very cool toy, and I think you would absolutely love him for your collections. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and a NECA Batman figures. And for your Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to an Agent Gomez and Street Gomez. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Stealth Ops Gomez. Now overall, I think this guy is so freaking incredible, and being that I wasn't really excited about him, I am truly blown away about how much fun I am actually having. Yes, he's a reuse of a ton of different parts and accessories, but that's okay. Mixing these things together and creating a really cool action figure is all that matters. He's so freaking awesome and a ton of fun. I love getting this really cool black edition that's an assassin, that's a ninja. He's really into hip hop and he hoverboards and all this cool stuff. I just think that makes for a really fun toy. And for all of us, I think that should be what's most important, how fun an action figure is. And this Stealth Ops Gomez is definitely that. Super fun. So if you really want to get this, I highly suggest picking him up. He is well worth your money, and I think he is definitely a must get. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.